Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Danielle Warren. I am so excited today to share with you a little bit about Standby Skipper and the options to have help skipping the lines with your Lightning Lane multipass. This is something that is not through Disney. It is a total separate service that you can have another entity helping you to book your Lightning Lanes after you have booked your initial 3. So just throughout the day, so that you aren't looking at your phone the whole time, constantly spending 5 minutes here and there, trying to modify times, refreshing. Basically, Standby Skipper is going to be checking those for you all throughout the day. So as soon as something comes up, if somebody cancels something, if they refill the Lightning Lanes throughout the day, which sometimes there's new drops of Lightning Lanes, then they're going to be checking for that and booking those for you. And so basically how it works is you download the app, you friend them, you add them as your friends on the My Disney Experience app, and as long as your accounts are linked, they can check those for you. They don't do your initial first 3, but after that, they will book all of the other ones. As soon as you scan in, they will be looking for your next available Lightning Lane. You can do this with park hopping. You can do it with just one park. The way that you would do that is that you create your own searches on their app and you select different time. So you can do anytime. Morning, afternoon is between noon and 4 p.m. Evening is you want your selection booked for a return time between 4 p.m. and park close. And night, you want your selection booked between 6 p.m. and park close. There's also an as soon as possible option, which is a return time within the next 2 hours. I'm gonna show you how this has really come in handy for me, getting Lightning Lanes that were sold, like completely unavailable, like totally gone, and how it, it was just incredible. I tried it for the first time yesterday, park hopping to 3 parks. Today I'm only going to be in Magic Kingdom until about 1:30. So park opens at 9 a.m. So it's not a long park day for me. It is a Halloween party day, so the park does close at 6 p.m., which means might be lower crowds today, but I still wanted to have the Lightning Lanes because I only have about 5 hours here. So we're going to see how this works. I'm going to share with you this morning what happened with my virtual queue. I was really going back and forth between Tiana trying to get the Lightning Lane or the virtual queue. I was afraid if I got the virtual queue it might be too late in the day and I wouldn't be able to go, or that, it'd be midday where the queue is longer, and I really just want to get through that queue, get on that ride and move on and get some other things done, because usually virtual queues you can still wait a while. I know with Guardians you can wait 45 minutes to an hour in that virtual queue line. Time is of the essence. I just don't have that much time. I didn't get a Tiana for my original 3 Lightning Lanes. Now, I checked this morning and one came available at like 4, but I am not able to stay that late. So I need an early time. I've really debated going back and forth between, do I get the virtual queue and chance it? I might not be able to ride it if the virtual queue comes up later than when I'm actually in the park. Another problem could be that the virtual queue takes too long and, I lose a big chunk of my time. The Lightning Lanes are a lot shorter than the virtual queue. I think I'm going to try for the virtual queue. I am going to fight the urge to try to do it myself, and I'm going to allow Standby Skipper to do it for me. Worst case scenario, I don't get it, and I will just hope that maybe they drop more Lightning Lanes this morning for Tiana, or somebody gives up their Lightning Lane because they got a virtual queue. So those are 2 possible scenarios where I could get one even if I didn't. I think I'm going to go for the virtual queue and just see what happens. It is 7:33 a.m. I am waiting outside my hotel for my lift. I was getting my makeup on and I had already set a search for the virtual queue for Tiana's. I got group 1. So I'm literally going to be able to rope drop Tiana because I'm in group 1. I don't know that I've ever been in group 1 of a virtual queue. So I'm super impressed. I was shocked. I mean, I knew I would get one because this Standby Skipper has been on it, but getting the virtual queue in group 1 is amazing. I'm gonna share with you just kind of how it works today. We're totally experimenting. Sometimes rides go down, things happen, so we'll just see how it works out today, and just from real life experience. Also, quick disclaimer, I am in no way affiliated with Standby Skipper. This video is not sponsored. I'm really just doing this to share helpful tips with my viewers and clients. I wanted to experiment for myself and see if it was worth it with having this Standby Skipper. I'm not staying on property. I had to book mine only 3 days in advance, and I had to do it 2 separate days. But I have gotten great lightning lanes because of this service. So I'm going to share it with you today with my personal experience. We'll see what happens. Also, before we go into today, I also did a video of my experience from yesterday doing 3 parks at Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. I will link that one right here so that you can see what it was like over there. I did not want to make this video like 2 hours long. So if you want to check out doing 3 parks with Standby Skipper and having a full day, then check that one out. But today we will just be doing Magic Kingdom. Make sure you stick around to the end where I will highlight everything I rode for the day, which ones I rode with lightning lanes, and which rides I waited for in the standby line. I will also debrief about some key takeaways from the experience. Thanks for following along. I hope this is helpful. If you enjoy it, if you find this information helpful for your travel planning, I would love for you to like and subscribe for lots more travel content. All right, let's go. Okay, so what I have so far, I am not stressed about getting over to the crowd of people that are waiting by Adventureland and Frontierland because I'm assuming most of them are not going to Tiana, that most of them don't have Group 1. Hopefully Tiana will be open right when we get there. Otherwise, I will be going to Big Thunder and Rope Dropping Thunder. I'm not stressed about that, and so this has been a great morning to just sit here in Casey's Corner that's like empty and with the view of the castle right here, having my coffee and just watching people come into the park. It's been really awesome. So yeah, I'm not stressed about it. Let me share what my current lightning lane situation is. So originally, I'll share what I originally had booked the very first day I booked it, which was like 3 days ago. I was not super thrilled with my options, but I was able to change it this morning.
Good morning, everyone! In just a few minutes, all of the lands of the Magic Kingdom will be opening. It's time to make your way to Cinderella Castle.
Originally, my earliest was Space Mountain at 9. I can't remember. I was able to switch, eventually get 9:20 a.m. And then I had Pirates from 10:30 to 11:30. And then I had It's a Small World or something at like 11:40, which I don't even know that I'm gonna ride that today because it is a long, slow ride. And I just wanna max out my time. So I don't think I'm gonna do the really slow, long ones like Jungle Cruise and It's a Small World. But I ended up this morning getting a 9:05 Buzz Lightyear. So I'm gonna be doing Buzz first, going straight over to Space Mountain, and then Pirates at 10:30. So I'll be able to rebook all of those lightning lanes by 10:30, which is awesome. So it's gonna be a really awesome morning, and I'm gonna rope drop Tiana, hopefully get a lot of rides in a very short amount of time. All right, it's 8:57. I couldn't quite finish my coffee, so I had to empty a water bottle and put my coffee in the water bottle. So they've already dropped the rope. Like I said, I'm not stressed to not be at the front of the crowd because I don't know how many people are actually going on Tiana. So I just need to check and make sure that my group has been called for Tiana, because otherwise I'm going to rope drop Big Thunder. It is not crowded today. This is very promising. Had to stop and get a photo with Chip and Dale. They were standing on a porch, waving to everybody walking in. It was so cute. It's 9:03. On the app, it says that Thunder is not working. It doesn't have a number or wait time by it, but they're letting people get in the line, so we'll see. And it looks like so far Tiana's is not started. They haven't started Tiana, so there's a bunch of cast members kind of blocking the entrance to the ride, so we'll see. Hopefully that one comes up soon, because it would be great if I could go on it right after this one. Okay, I just refreshed the app and it currently says a 5-minute wait time, so it should be pretty quick. Well, little glitch in my plan. Tiana's is not open right now. It's currently still unavailable. So I'm going to pivot. I waited in line. It said 5 minutes, but it was maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 minutes for Big Thunder, but got off that. I'm glad I got to ride it because it's going to be closed for quite a while pretty soon. But I'm going to head over to Tomorrowland and get my Buzz and Space Mountain lightning lanes used so I can get some new ones booked. Because I had a 905 and a 920, so I'll be able to use both of them as soon as I get over there. It'll free up some lightning lanes and I can get some other things booked ASAP. Headed into Tomorrowland. I am a little sad I don't get to experience Tomorrowland at night this trip, because that is one of my favorite things to do, is to walk through Tomorrowland at night and ride People Mover at night. I love that. Okay, I picked the first one that I could get on, like that I could scan into as fast as possible, which was Buzz. It is 9:31. I just got off Buzz Lightyear and I am heading over to Space Mountain. I haven't checked to see if I got a notification from Standby Skipper about getting anything, you know, getting me a new lightning lane, so I'll check here in a second, but I'm walking over to Space Mountain, so the timing worked great on these ones. It's always nice to kind of lump, if you have them really close together, lump your lightning lanes close together. It makes it super nice. You're not trekking all over the place. It's currently a 15-minute wait at Space Mountain. Okay, I scanned in a second time at 9:34, so we'll see what lightning lanes I get. I may go ahead and try to put some more searches in for like as soon as possible and just see what happens. I just got off of Space Mountain while I was in line. I think while I was on, oh my gosh, there's Stitch. While I was on, I think Buzz Lightyear, I got a Peter Pan for $11.35 to $12.35, and then while I was in line for Space Mountain, they got me a $10.25 to $11.25 Haunted Mansion. So at this point, I have Haunted Mansion at $10.25, Pirates at $10.30, Peter Pan at $11.30. That's getting a lot done of big rides here in the morning. While I'm over here, I decided I'm gonna do the People Mover because this is just one of my favorites and it's a walk-on. It says 5 minutes, but I'll be able to walk right on it.
Inside your car.
All right.
And please supervise the other
I'm in the front car.
Stay clear of the doors, which
awesome.
will open and close.
This is the TTA Blue Line non-stop service.
I love this ride. I'm considering doing the Astro Orbiter because it's only like a 10-minute wait, and it's been a few years since I've done it, maybe 2 years since I've done it, so I don't know. It's kind of been a easy day so far. I might do it.
And even though we're concluding, this is always my favorite part. Because
Now is the time. Now is the best time to go out and explore tomorrow, today. See you in the future. I am feeling pretty good about my day, so I may go on Astro Orbiter. I don't know. My next lightning lane is 10:25 at Haunted Mansion, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wait in line for Astro Orbiter. It's a 10-minute wait. It's really just because of getting into the elevator. So I'm gonna do it. I rarely do this ride, and I've got 20 minutes to spare. I'm in line for Astro Orbiter, and it is 10:05 a.m. It is 10:18.
To make your rocket ship fly higher, pull back on the control lever in front of you. To descend, just push the control lever forward. Thank you. Pilots, prepare for liftoff.
Yay! It's 10:23 and I have officially done everything in Tomorrowland, which is awesome. Oh my gosh, let me turn this around. I love this view. So pretty. All right, so I am headed over to Haunted Mansion because my lightning lane is officially started. Well, it starts at 10:25, but I can actually scan in at 5 minutes ahead of time. So at 10:20, by the time I get there, my window will have started officially. So I'm going to do that one first. My next one is Pirates of the Caribbean, which is really shortly after that, like maybe even 10:30. Current wait time is 35 minutes for Haunted Mansion. I scanned in at 10:29, so we'll see how fast Standby Skipper can get me something. Actually, I think my next search was Winnie the Pooh. I probably need to put a couple more on there because I don't think I have anything else in my search. They stopped this ride for just a second because somebody lost a water bottle. But I just got a notification that I got a Winnie the Pooh lightning lane for 11:15. It's 10:47. I just got off Haunted Mansion. Love that one, especially around Halloween. I am headed over to Pirates of the Caribbean. That lightning lane window started at 10:30. And then maybe just hop on the carpets of Aladdin and Adventureland. It'll probably be a walk-on. Could try to get a lightning lane for Jungle Cruise. So I think I may have put that on my search, but I'm going to double check and make sure because I've just been doing so well that may as well. So I can't remember if I put it, but I'm going to check and see what my searches have been so far. The only other one that I searched for at this point is Jungle Cruise. I did an as soon as possible. So as soon as I scan into Pirates of the Caribbean, hopefully Standby Skipper will start searching for an as soon as possible for Jungle Cruise for me. And here's the Country Bears. Also, Tiana's still is not up. It has been down all morning and no groups have been called yet. Looks like the carpets may have a little bit of a wait, so I might put the carpets as my next one since I'm in this area. It's a 15-minute wait in Pirates of the Caribbean. I just scanned in at 10:53 a.m. So I'm gonna see if Standby Skipper is able to get me either Magic Carpets of Aladdin, which is probably more probable, or Jungle Cruise as my next lightning lane, because I am in Adventureland. I would rather just get this area done while I'm here. Also, I just love everything about this ride. I love the music, I love the smells. I just got a notification that Standby Skipper got me a Magic Carpets of Aladdin at 11 a.m. So as soon as I get off this, I will head over there.
Ahoy there, crew. For your safety, Remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bowl. And once returned,
Scanned in at 11:08 at Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Okay, it is 11:14 a.m.
Hi everybody, it's Aladdin. My friend Genie is a real safety nut.
Anyway, okay, I got a notification that my Tiana's Bayou Adventure group just got called. So they're just calling. Well, I think it was maybe 10 minutes ago and I didn't realize it. I'm gonna head straight to Tiana's first. And then I got a Little Mermaid right around the same time as my Winnie the Pooh and my Peter Pan. So basically all three of those are gonna be around the same time, which is perfect because they're right in the same area. This has worked out so stinking well. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this, head over to Tiana's, and then head over to Fantasyland. Okay, I'm booking it over to Tiana's now that is, oh crap, there's a cavalcade, which is great, but it's gonna block the way for me. So I'm gonna have to wait for the cavalcade so I can get through. We'll check it out. Perfect timing for being able to see it and get through quickly. So I'm gonna head over to Splash Mountain, Tiana's. It will always be Splash Mountain to me. I'm headed over to Tiana's, then I'll be over in Fantasyland. Queue is picking up a little bit more now. It's more at a standstill, so I got there at a good time. I got off Tiana at 11:43 p.m. My lightning lanes are 11:15 for Winnie the Pooh, 11:30 to 12:30 for Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, and 11:35 for Peter Pan. But even though Peter Pan is my last one, because it is already 11:47, so I'm already quite a bit into my window, I'm gonna do the order as Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, and then Journey of the Little Mermaid, because Little Mermaid I can probably even just walk on or wait a very short amount of time or modify the lightning lane, but the other two would be harder to modify. Okay, I decided to scan in at Peter Pan just so I don't have to backtrack. I know it's not that far to get to Winnie the Pooh, but This one's not a super fast ride, and that way I'm not having to like pass it and then, you know, come back to it. So I scanned in here at 11:51 a.m. and then I'm gonna head over to Winnie the Pooh and then wrap it up with Little Mermaid and get a few more before I have to head out. It's 11:57. I just got off Peter Pan. Such a classic and one of my favorites, always one of my favorites. I'm headed over to the 100-Acre Woods to ride Winnie the Pooh. My lightning lane was 11:15 to 12:15, so I'm still good on this one. And then I have Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid at 11:30 to 12:30, so I still have 30 minutes to get on that one. I just got a notification that Standby Skipper got me a Barnstormer for 11:55. So as soon as I do all of these other 2 rides, I'll head over to Barnstormer and then do Dumbo, you know, while I'm over in the circus area, and then hopefully do the teacups. And that should wrap me up with most rides. I just scanned in. It's a 25-minute wait here, so we'll see how long it takes to get on. Standby Skipper just got me Dumbo at 12:05 p.m. So that will be my 3rd. So I'm gonna head over to Little Mermaid, then Barnstormer, and then Dumbo. It's 12:13, just got off Pooh and headed to my 11:30 to 12:30 lightning lane at Journey of the Little Mermaid. After that, I'm gonna head over to the circus area to ride Dumbo and the Barnstormer. It's 12:16. I just scanned in for Little Mermaid, and it's going to be a walk-on. So it's one of those continuous rides. Standby Skipper got me a 12:20 lightning lane for Mad Tea Party. I got off about 12:29 from the aerial ride. I'm headed into the circus to do the Barnstormer. My lightning lane was from 11:55 to 12:55, and then I have a Dumbo from 12:05 to 1:05. So I'm gonna do these ones back to back, and then I have a Mad Tea Party that started about 10 minutes ago from 12:20 to 1:20. So I'm gonna get all of these done, and then there's really not much left for me to do. Maybe like things that I can't get, you know, shows, which I'm probably not gonna do today. So I've almost done the whole park, and it's not even 1 o'clock. It's a 10-minute wait, but I have a lightning lane, so maybe a little faster, I don't know. Not much of a line. This one didn't really require a lightning lane today. It was pretty much a walk-on, but you never know. It's always a rough ride. And the seats, I do not like the seats. They're like hard. Okay, so that was a posted wait of 10 minutes, but the regular standby line was about the same as the lightning, but then you just had to go and wait, you know, in front of the ride to get on, so not very long. Dumbo is a posted 5-minute wait, so probably don't even need a lightning lane for this one either, but I'm just gonna go ahead and scan in. It's 12:42. Standby Skipper got me a lightning lane for 12:35 at It's a Small World. We'll be on the next Dumbo. Yay! What's a Disney trip without at least going on Dumbo once, right? Just that childhood must. Alright, it is 12:48. I just got off Dumbo. I'm right outside by Tomorrowland Speedway, and the teacups, I have a teacups lightning lane for 12:20 to 1:20, so I can already go ahead and get on that. I don't know if I have anything else requested for a search except for Jungle Cruise, which I'm, probably not gonna get, and I need to leave the park here pretty soon and probably need to get something to eat. But I'll have to do a tally of how many rides I've ridden today. It's been a super full, successful day, and I wasn't running across the park a gazillion times. Like, I really was able to do it strategically, even with lightning lanes. So it's really awesome that it's possible and can make for a very pleasant day. And then, like, if you can do this in half a day, then you can go and chill out at your hotel, go swimming, and then come back for the fireworks. It's a great way to plan. I love the music from this movie. I love this movie it's so whimsical. It's only a 5-minute posted wait, but I have a lightning lane, so it's probably about the same either way. I feel like you have to do this ride, but I'm not a big spinner, so I always like doing it because, again, it's nostalgic for me.
Please remain seated until your teacup comes to a stop.
So when I got off Teacups, which was about, 2 minutes ago, 12:55 p.m., I saw that Standby Skipper was able to get me a 2 p.m. Jungle Cruise. I'm probably not going to be able to do that because I think it's just going to push me, and I don't want to be stressed out getting to the airport. So, okay, I'm on my way to It's a Small World. This is going to be my last attraction for the day. I was able to secure a 2 o'clock Jungle Cruise reservation. Standby Skipper did for me, but because I'm leaving and getting ready to go to the airport and I still have to get my luggage and get an Uber and all that stuff, I'm not going to be able to keep that reservation. I have to leave earlier than that. So I will cancel it to open it up for somebody else. But for our purposes of research, we will just pretend that I went on that at 2 o'clock and that I was able to ride that and secure that one. So we're going to count that in our numbers, because if I was able to stay for an extra hour, I would actually be able to ride it, which is pretty darn awesome. Okay, there is a 25-minute wait for It's a Small World, but we're not going to have to wait very long at all. I say we like it's us going, but I'm not going to have to wait that long. I guess us in the lightning lane. It's 1:01 p.m. I probably got in the line about 1 or 12. It was probably like 12:58 or something like that. It is 1:22, just got off of It's a Small World, and I'm gonna get ready to head out. I am very pleased with the day. I was not stressed with lightning lanes. I put in the requests I wanted, and then I left it and let Standby Skipper book all my lanes for me, lightning lanes, and it was phenomenal. I'll debrief after I get out of the park. I'm going to link a few more videos above that will help you understand Standby Skipper more, and also that will show you other experiences that I have had using this service. You can check those links out after you watch this video, but let me quickly give you my feedback from my experience today. Here are all the rides I rode in 5 hours at Magic Kingdom. Without a lightning lane, I rode Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and that was a rope drop. That was the first ride I rode of the day. People Mover and Astro Orbiter. With lightning lanes, I rode Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, Peter Pan, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Journey of the Little Mermaid, Barnstormer, Dumbo, Mad Tea Party, and It's a Small World. And if we count the Jungle Cruise, which I didn't get to ride, but had I been able to stay an extra half hour, I would have been able to ride it, then that makes 16. I also rode Tiana's Bayou Adventure with a virtual queue. And because I was in group 1, I didn't have to wait in the virtual queue nearly as long as I would have had to if I got into the line midday. That's 17 rides in 5.5 hours, since I didn't actually get to ride Jungle Cruise in the time that I was there. So we'll say 5.5 hours, 17 rides. There were a few rides that I really didn't need the lightning lane for today, and that was Magic Carpets of Aladdin, perhaps, although I probably saved a little bit of time there. Barnstormer, definitely. Dumbo, didn't need it. Mad Tea Party, didn't really need it. Maybe Journey of the Little Mermaid, I probably didn't need it there either. But everything else, I would say, it really did save me time. Today was a bit of a wild card day because I attended the park on a party day. Due to the park closing early for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, the park was less crowded as many guests go to other parks on days where Magic Kingdom closes early. Another factor that may have made my situation a bit different than the average family is that I was by myself. Perhaps it was easier to get last-minute lightning lanes faster and more easily because I only needed a lightning lane for one person rather than for a family of 6. That being said, I would still recommend this to families to use for several reasons. Number 1, Standby Skipper made my park day much more stress-free. I'm usually the one in charge of booking and modifying lightning lanes, and it can really create a lot of stress and consume my time and energy while at Disney with my family. I love skipping the lines on some of my park days, but the hassle and stress of booking and trying to get my money's worth from it, knowing I paid a few $100s to use the lightning lanes, can create a lot of pressure. Standby Skipper took the pressure off. That factor alone made it totally worth paying a little extra for Standby Skipper. I was able to scan in and step on a ride without having to rush to get on the My Disney Experience app to book my next lightning lane. A new lightning lane was booked usually before I got off the ride, as long as I had more searches entered on the Standby Skipper app. Number 2, the fact that Standby Skipper books your virtual queues for you in the morning and can get the first groups is a game changer. That means you just need to make sure that at midnight the night before or before 7 a.m. you tell Standby Skipper to book your virtual queue. But you don't have to set an alarm and wait with your phone tapping away at the refresh button until it turns 7 a.m., then hope to get a good group. You get to focus on simply getting ready for your park day and out the door while Standby Skipper takes care of booking your virtual queues for you. Keep in mind that when you hit the park this way, you have very little time for eating and relaxing, but that was not my goal today. I relaxed in the morning before the park opened, got a Starbucks, and sat at Casey's Corner for a while before the park opened to non-resort guests. So here's a few different reasons why you would want to get Standby Skipper. If you only have a day or two in the parks and are planning to ride as many rides as possible with lightning lanes, but would like to enjoy your time getting lots done without the stress of being on your phone constantly to check for new lightning lanes, this is probably for you. If you're coming with large groups of people and multiple groups want to ride different rides, you can make different searches on Standby Skipper for different groups, which can be great for helping everyone get rides that they want to ride with less stress. So it's definitely great for larger groups, especially if you want to ride different rides. If you don't want to have to check your phone constantly for possible openings or keep modifying them to get better times, then Standby Skipper is probably for you. If you're using Lightning Lane Multipass in general, I just really highly recommend the service. I can't say enough about it.
A few other takeaways from this experience is that even if you get really crummy lightning lanes when you first book your initial 3, when you're purchasing your multi-pass and you have to select your first 3, you are not stuck with those, and you can always modify them the day of and probably get better picks. So you are not locked into those times and those specific rides. They usually drop more lightning lanes the day of, so you're not stuck with that. And I was able to modify, and it worked out really well. The other thing that I really found to be very awesome was that I was able to be really strategic with my lightning lane searches, and I wasn't going back and forth across the park, running around trying to get to my next lightning lane. I was able to be pretty strategic about it so that I was kind of tackling one area of the park at a time rather than running back and forth across the park all day long. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or if this was helpful for you in any way, I would so appreciate a thumbs up below. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. Have a magical day, and I will see you on the next video.